Copacabana of Bergen. I personally would love to have a bathing area so close to the city center, and look how beautiful it could be with Ulriken in the background.
Or could it be a fitting stink bomb in the heart of Bergen?
Maybe. Well, here's a beautiful picture of Storumsvann back in 1910. This photo shows its central location, and you can probably understand why Bergen municipality would want a bathing area around here.
However, a lot has changed in the past 100 years. We can see that Store Lungåsvann is hardly connected to the Lungåsvann anymore. The inlet from Damsgåsen has become a lot more narrow, causing less water to come into Store Lungåsvann. There's also a big increase in human activity, possibly causing more pollutants to end up in the water itself.
As you can probably understand, there are some reasons to be concerned. That's why we decided to assess the water quality.
Yes, so when we wanted to assess the water quality, we picked out 4 sample sites. And sample site 2 and 3 are in our special interest because this is where Bergen municipality wants to create a swimming area. And also we've chosen site 1 and site 4 to get an overview of Store Lungåsvann. And all the water samples were taken just below the surface, a ½ meter below. And except for the water samples, we also looked at the biodiversity. To specify, we did dig sampling, scratching the surface, so it's quite rocky sediment, so we didn't get so much biodiversity. As you can see here, this is all the taxonomic groups, 9 groups, and all the individuals we found. In total, 39 individuals. So even though, yes, it is a very poor ecosystem, and if we did change our method, it would probably still be a poor ecosystem, not much biodiversity. And this is also, we can see from previous reports, that it's kind of continuously low biodiversity. And we also looked at abiotic factors, such as the pH, salinity, and oxygen. They were within a good or normal ranges. But something did change this year.
Yes, obviously the phosphorus levels looks very high. The lab report revealed very high content of total phosphorus. It's over 300 micrograms per liter. That's about 10 to 15 times higher than previous years. And every value over 60 micrograms per liter is considered as a very poor environmental class. We were very concerned about this result and wondered if Store Lungåsvann was very polluted. We could not find similar reports that said that comparable water bodies could be as affected as this. But after some discussion, we took a phone call to the laboratory, and after some email correspondence, they had to admit that they have done the wrong analysis method. Very annoyed about this, but at least we did not do anything wrong, and we could carry on and neglect these results.
Another factor that's very important when assessing the water quality is the presence of thermal-tolerant coliform bacteria, which include the famous E. coli that's harmful to humans. As you can see by this red line indicates every values over this red line, which is marked at 100 coliforming units per 100 milliliters, are considered not suitable for bathing. And as you can see, there are some years with values way above what's acceptable. And you can also tell by the size of these raindrops that indicate the total amount of rainfall the week prior to sampling that there is a trend here that with large amounts of TCB, there's also, in many cases, large amounts of rainfall. Our results, however, are a bit different. They stand out because we had very low TCB values despite heavy rainfall prior to sampling. This could be because the rainfall prior to sampling was evenly spread the week before, and had rainfall occurred, the same amount of rainfall occurred over a short amount of time, the sewage system around Storulungasvann could have difficulties in processing all this rainfall. And what could happen is that you have an overflow of sewage that seeps into Storulungasvann and causes these high TCB values that you've seen previously. So we think the Bergen municipality should consider increasing the capacity of the sewage system so that this doesn't occur in the future. But all in all, I have to say that our results indicate that the water quality is improving and it's actually quite good. So I'm beginning to wonder if this Copacabana vision could actually become a reality.
Well, we need to keep in mind that our water samples were taken just below the surface. But we got in touch with the Institute of Geophysics. They have a CTD standing out in the middle of Storulungasvann, which is an instrument that measures salinity, oxygen, and temperature. And if we look at first of the salinity, we can see that there are created two haloclines in the depth. Because the CTD works at, it measures at 1 meter, 2 meters, down to 19 meters. So first we can see a halocline at 5 meters. You can see a change from freshwater to brackish water. And at 11 meters we see a change from brackish water to salt water in the bottom. And also when we look at the temperature, we see a change at 11 meters. And this layers in the water can be called as stratification. And we see there is something happening at 11 meters. And when we look at oxygen, we see that there is really something happening. Because good oxygen measurements would be above 80%. But after 11 meters, it's dropped dramatically down to almost not a livable area environment.
Could you explain to the audience why this is a problem, that you get this anoxic layer?
The problem with an anoxic layer is not sustainable for life, and also with the biodegradation would happen with bacteria and no oxygen, so we can get an accumulation of gases such as hydrogen sulfide.
This problem could, however, be fixed pretty easily by increasing the water flow and the water exchange in Storulungasvann. The stratification could be fixed. The problem now is that the shallow inlet from Dammskogsundet, this lies dry 2 times a day during low tides, preventing water from flowing into Storulungasvann and turning the water. If Bergen municipality would dig out these mussel beds, it would increase the water flow and maybe solve the problem.
So, what is our conclusion?
Well, the results from our work suggest that surface water is suitable for recreational activities such as swimming and bathing.
That is, however, if you only look at the surface layer. As soon as you go further down, you will see that these are not sustainable conditions for life. And then there's also the problem of the hydrogen sulfide accumulating at the bottom. If there's a big storm or heavy winds, the water could turn and this gas could be released, and it would smell like rotten eggs all around Storulungasvann.
That's not very appealing. So, in conclusion, Storulungasvann cannot be the new Copacabana until some improvements have been made.